Matt Bai is the national political columnist for Yahoo News. He's with us from Washington. Matt, good morning.
Hey, Nora. Hi, guys.
Nice to see you. You heard Major call Trump increasingly obnoxious. Is this a new low?
Oh, I don't know. We get a new low every week. Donald Trump is he's apparently our first Shtetl-born president, too, which is going to be interesting. Look, Donald Trump is a genius at one thing. It spans his career. It spans real estate. It spans television. It spans politics. He knows how to keep the attention on him. He knows how to get the headline, how to say the thing that gets us talking about him. It's the reason he's been the dominant subject in this race and has been polling as high as he has. I don't know if that holds up through the voting, but that's what he's great at, and that's what he's doing.
Do you think it's interesting that the president addressed this yesterday in that NPR interview, saying essentially that Donald Trump is exploiting the fears of blue-collar men in particular?
Yeah, I mean, that's, the president has said this to others. This is, I think the president feels the need to address it in a sense because it has been the dominant factor that we've talked about in the race. And it's a population of the electorate that's been clearly strengthened. This goes back for decades in conservative politics, goes for decades in America. I covered Ross Perot. You remember that, Nora? I covered, Jesse Ventura in Minnesota. There is a very dissatisfied conservative piece of the electorate. It goes back really as far as George Wallace. I think it's been exceptionally activated, strengthened, intensified by the Trump campaign because he speaks to that part of the electorate and I think manipulates those emotions in a way that very few professional politicians or office holders of the last couple decades have been willing to do.
Matt, were you surprised that Jeb Bush, who's of course been very critical of Trump, actually came to his defense on this issue of him providing fodder for ISIS?
Anthony, it's an interesting calculation for Jeb Bush because he obviously wants to clash with Trump and show himself to be the anti-Trump, but at the same time, he wants to show conservative voters that he's tough enough and willing, to go after Hillary Clinton, because that's a big issue right now for conservative voters. They assume Clinton's going to be the nominee. They want to know who's going to take it to her in a very strong and confrontational way. So I think, he had to make that calculation there. It's late for him to turn this thing around, but I think where he's gone in the last week in terms of attacking Trump in a way that speaks to the broader Republican electorate, the voters who aren't Trump voters, is probably what he should have been doing 3 or 4 months ago, in my view.
All right, Matt, interesting race already, and now we're even learning some Yiddish. We appreciate your time.
Anytime.